to start every video with a run, I promise, but I just realized I've been in Paris for 9 years now. I'm probably going to talk about this also a lot here in the near future, but I have therapy today, and I figured it was a good time to reflect. Whoops. Which makes it a great day to reflect. And there's one thing in particular that I think has changed the most that I've been thinking about a lot lately. But first I should probably shower. I landed in Paris March 1st, 2017, and I would have made a video about this for March 1st, but I was taking a break. And it's a weird number to celebrate because like you'd think, well, you should make a 10-year video, which I'm sure I will, assuming I'm still here. But even though 9 years is an odd number, both literally and figuratively, I think it's an important one for me because of where I am in life right now. And I've been thinking about it a lot, clearly, because I just wrote a book that's basically about those last 9 years with other stories throughout. But there's one thing that really has stood out to me in my emotional state specifically. I'll make a video here soon about like 9 things I learned about France and that kind of stuff. I think that's a fun thread to follow. But for today, especially because I'm about to go to therapy and like I have to leave in 20 minutes, I've been reflecting a lot on how far I've come. When I first landed, if you haven't been following along, I was at the end of my rope. Like I had multiple projects that had just failed. I was deeply, deeply over leveraged and on the verge of going bankrupt. I would go bankrupt shortly after moving to France, bankrupt in the US. I was starting with less than nothing. The only things, the saving graces that I had were this apartment that I'd secured 5 years before, thanks to my time volunteering in West Africa and the generosity of my landlady, Brigitte, who will be my #1 patron for all time. I was starting over in terms of friendships, at least locally. I know a lot of people, elsewhere, but I was really starting over here, which put me in a very vulnerable position, especially because I really needed friendship. I needed connection. I needed support. I was vlogging every day and hoping that it would help, that it would go somewhere, that it would do something, and it didn't. For the first year that I was here, I made a video every day for a year plus 2 weeks, and I didn't even break 1,000 subscribers. There were so many things that were going wrong in my life at the time that I moved to Paris 9 years ago, which is pretty crazy to think of where I was. And that level of insecurity, whether it was financial, emotional, structural, relationally, all these areas in my life were riddled with insecurity. And it's the word that's been standing out to me because recently it has changed to security. The emphasis on that word doesn't quite hit right when you say it like that, but you get what I mean. But I should probably pack the dog up. We gotta go. What do we got?